his footwork. I want to say like his one-on-one kind of stuff,
Okay.
ISO style stuff.
ISO stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I got so many things going on in this tab. Let me open up another one. New tab. Oh no, you saw. Let's go smaller there, and then we'll go. The heck? Oh, new window. SGA. Alrighty, let's check this bad boy out. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen with you all. You all can see this SGA stuff. Alright, cool, let's check this out. Is there a particular performance you want to watch? Let's watch this. My main thing is I want you to think about what shot you want to get to. Like, yes, like you can like develop a game like SGA to be able to get to the basket and things like that. But I want you to think about like SGA has a shot package, right? He's like we've broken this down before in terms of like how much he wants to get to the elbows, right? He wants to get to the paint. He wants to get to the basket as best as he can. But he wants to get to these elbows. He heats these elbows up. If you look at an SGA shot chart, and we can look at SGA shot chart. Look at this. You all cannot see what I'm seeing, but now you can see it. Can you see this?
Yeah.
You see this chart? Like, look at all this. 28. This is last season. This is no. 24, 25. Last season was 25, 26. This is 2 seasons ago. This is his first MVP. Okay. 28%, 40%, 41%. Okay. 55%. That's that like step back, that side step he shoots around this part of the basket. 45, 45, 29 right here. 63 around the rim. 53, 53. So you see his tendencies, right? You see where he wants to get to. You see where he wants to go get a bucket. So you have to figure out, this is why when you first come in the program, we do the performance roadmap, right? And we help you understand, okay, like what are your shots? Like what are you trying to get to? Because yes, you can watch SGA film and it could be great to watch and learn a whole lot. But I don't want you to have his moves. I want you to understand his tendencies in terms of how he's going to get his own shot, right? How he sees the defense, how he breaks them down, how he does all those things that he does, right? So that's what I want you focusing on. 21. So volume off, as you know, always, and then excuse me. So what I want to do, what I want y'all to do now is I just want to watch this and we'll just play it and let it run. I want you all to, excuse me, look at this right here, right? Look at the shot chart. Take a good look at the shot chart, and then we're going to watch the film, and y'all are going to see how he got to those exact spots, okay? That layup, that's the shot he shoots at 63%. So the only reason you should make a move is you should make a move to be able to get to your spot eventually. That's it. Boom. Got to a spot. I know you all can see this. Let me make sure. That's that elbow jumper right there that he's getting to. All right, that's that elbow jumper. Make sure this stuff is not visible. And then I wanted to check this. Testing. Yeah, we're good on the microphone. All right, cool. Right, so like look at all these shots he's taken. All these shots he's taken. Has he taken a single shot outside of that shot chart and like the spots that he wants to get to? None. Right? So I want you to figure out, and that's a shot he shoots 50%. This is pretty much all 50% here. These are 45 on the elbows, and then you have the freaking layups that he's shooting 63%. So he gets a mismatch, he gets the switch. He's just going ISO. He's going downhill until you cut him off, until two people get sent at him, and he feels like he's comfortable enough in his spot. Right? Let's imagine this. Like, let's say Shaq is dribbling down the court. Let's say Giannis is dribbling down the court, right? Giannis dribbles down the court. Is Giannis going to stop and shoot a pull-up three at the top of the key? No. He's going to go until he's comfortable. He's going to go until he's in his spot to be able to get a bucket. Now, Giannis knows the fact that he is bigger and stronger than pretty much every single person he's playing against on the court. So since he knows that, what he's going to do is like, okay, my advantage is I have a horizontal advantage on people because I'm able to go by them, and I have a physical advantage against them. And Giannis not just has a horizontal and physical advantage, he has a vertical advantage as well. Right? So he has all those advantages. So he's like, okay, why would I stop short? Why would I not just go downhill and go get a bucket all the way at the rim? Right? So he's going to go until somebody stops him. Same thing with Shea. He's going to go until somebody stops him. Or most importantly, you go until, okay, I'm in my comfort zone right now. I know I shoot this shot at 60%, 50%. I'm going to let it fly, and I'm going to go get a bucket. Lay. So yeah, this is a compilation. And it's funny because this is the exact compilation from that season, right? We were talking about the season that he was, the 24-25 season. This is exactly the 24-25 season. It's exactly that. Okay, now that we see he's taking those same shots again and again, what I want you all to do now is I want you to check the mismatches he's playing against. Like, tell me when he goes. Like, is he going right now that he has Evan Mobley on him? Or Isaac Okoro, who's a great athletic defender, from my understanding? Or is he going when he has Ty Jerome on him? Who can, I mean, he's not the most athletic person in the world. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I said he went when Ty Jerome switched on him.
Yeah, he's waiting with Ty Jerome's on him. Right? Look how he holds space. Okay, Josh Hart. With a guy like Josh Hart, I would just attack Josh Hart again and again. Like, Josh Hart's a very good defender, but the thing is with good defenders, you can't let them be good defenders. Like, you need to go at them because they're human beings as well. Because think about it this way. Let's say, like, did the Knicks not attack Wemby because they knew he was the best defender in the league? Like Karl Anthony Towns. Did Karl Anthony Towns not attack Wemby? No. Like, they all attacked him. OG dunked on Wemby. I mean, it was a quick dunk, but, like, they're dunking around the rim. They're getting to the basket. They're driving downhill. They're doing what they need to do in order to go get a bucket, right? So they're doing that again and again and again and again and again and again. Anytime you have a great defender playing against you, you need to attack the great defender. You can't respect them from the perspective of, like, okay, like, Wemby's such a good defender, I'm not going to attack him. Granted, I'm not telling you if you're 5'4", I'm not telling Yuki to drive down there and shoot some shot on Wemby. But what I am saying is, like, run the play and attack. Because Wemby makes mistakes. Wemby gets into foul trouble. It happens. And what good is it? Why are you on the court? I think about it this way, and this is super important. There's no use in you being out there on the court if you're not going to attack. At all. There's no use in you being out there on the court if you're not going to attack. You have to attack. Right? And this is why I want you to attack with wisdom, because it's not like Shea is attacking just to attack. Shea is attacking. Think about this, Miss. Is Obi Toppin used to guarding Shea on the perimeter in transition? No. Is Miles Turner? No, none of them are. He's attacking them. So you all need to see it the same exact way. Okay, let me just go. It's funny that was the finals last year. OKC and them. Attack. All right, I'll stop it here for a second. What are takeaways? What are takeaways from this? Malik, go ahead.
Keep going till you're in your spots. Like, use your horizontal and vertical advantages, and then attack with wisdom. So think about your mismatches as you're going. So
That's huge,
don't
bro.
blindly attack.
That's huge. You said what?
Don't like blindly attack them. Like, just be smart about it.
100%. That's gonna make you a great basketball player. Like if you can think the game and you understand, like, I'm not just gonna go downhill and be aggressive. Like, you know how sometimes, like, parents, I'm not saying this is y'all parents, because I don't think this is not your parents after having working together. You know how some parents will just yell in the stands, like, attack, and just like run, and like people yell and give you those. No. Being to be specific. You know, and like make the right reads in terms of, okay, like, what's the read? What's the mismatch? What's the coverage? I promise you, if you become geniuses about basketball in terms of understanding the coverages and understanding the mismatches and understanding the different reads you're going to make, fellas, there are going to be problems. Y'all going to be problems. You already are problems in some ways. But no, keep doing that. Malachi, talk to me.
I was gonna say what stood out for me is, I know you talked about like segmentation, and like I feel like that plays into also like hesitations, because you do your move to get your shot, and then you realize that you're not going to get that shot, so you might like hesitation into another shot. And he does a great job of trying to find a shot, and then when he doesn't get a shot, getting around to find another shot.
Bingo. So I want to break this down. What do we look at when we watch film? And Gershawn, thank you on YouTube. I appreciate it, man. Much love. Look at this. What do we look at in terms of anytime we're breaking down film? Malik, you should know this.
The time and score.
Bingo, time and score. Remember that, time and score, right? So let's look at this right now. Time and score, 5-point game. Based off of the way Shea is attacking right now, I'm assuming that Shea just scored the possession before. Look at this. Can you all kind of sense this as well? Look at this. Can you tell? Like, that's not something you just do at the beginning of a game, right? That's something you do when you start feeling yourself, right? So let's assume that he did that before, that he made a play before and got a bucket. Another thing I want you to look at, he said time and score, right? How much time is on the clock?
A minute 19.
Yeah, minute 19. And what's about to happen?
Halftime.
Halftime. So does it really matter what you do?
They're going to be probably most likely going to be up going into half anyway. So
Yeah. So if he misses, it's not the end of the world. Right? Also, what's another thing? How many possessions are left in the half?
I want to say like 3 or 4.
3.
If they.
Yeah.
Right. Something I want you to look at is called a 2. Y'all know what a 2-for-1 is?
I've heard of it.
What's a 2? What have you heard about a 2-for-1?
I don't think I understand what it means. So.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on game now. Malik, you have an idea what a 2-for-1 is?
I'm not sure. I'd like if you explain it.
Okay. All right. Malachi, what do you know about a 2-for-1? What's the idea you have of it?
Like just like the basic, like you get 2 for doing one thing.
Of what? 2 of what?
That type of. I'm not sure. Actually.
Okay. So a 2 for 1 in basketball. Malik, you raise your hand again.
I feel like it's like if he scores fast, like right now he has 17 left. He gives up that one possession, and they go and they get another one before the half.
So let's say this, right? If I shoot the ball, right? If I'm running offense and I shoot the ball and there's 24 seconds left on the clock in the half, is there a high chance I'm gonna get the ball back and get a good shot? No. Why?
You said if there's 24 seconds left in the
There's
half?
24, let's say 24 seconds left in the half, right? There's 24 seconds left on the clock right now. Shea puts the ball up. Okay? Is there a good chance that OKC is going to get another possession?
Oh.
No.
No. What if they shot it with 32?
Yeah, they're going to get another one back.
Yeah. That's 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Now, this is more advanced right here. This is called a 3 for 2. Okay? Let's do the math on that. How many seconds do you get in an NBA possession?
24.
24, okay? Now, you could shoot a ball, let's say average possession length is like 18 seconds. I don't know what the average possession length is. But if you do the math on this and you shoot it around a minute and some change right here, you can get the ball back 3 times and they get it twice. Because think about it this way. Shea puts a shot up like right around maybe 10 seconds from now. Shea puts a shot up, okay? That is a minute and 9 seconds left on the clock. They come down the court. They get a shot up. And now you got another possession to come down. And then you'll probably get the shot up around 32 seconds, right? So you want to get a shot up around a little over a minute, like a minute 9, minute 10, around that mark. And that way you're able to get a 3 for 2, right? So you can keep having good possession. And it's math at the end of the day. And I guarantee you some players in the heat of the moment, they're not thinking about that, right? You'll see guys, and y'all will see this next NBA season. You'll see some guys come down the court and jack something up with like 30 seconds left. And you're like, why'd he do that? But it's like, okay, he wants to get a 2 for 1. Wants to get a 2 for 1. You're playing that game. You're playing chess, right? And I think about the Knicks and the Spurs. If the Knicks and the Spurs game went a bit differently, okay, and the Spurs, remember the Spurs were up like 29 in that game, 24, 29, whatever in that game. If the Spurs played the possessions differently, there was a way that they would never lose that game because it's physically impossible for them to lose the game. Because if it's a 29-point game, they would literally have to hand the ball over to the Knicks again and again and again and again, which they did by shooting low percentage 3-point shots, right? And that led to them losing the game, right? You see how all that works together? Right? All that stuff's super important. So Shea goes and gets a bucket. They come down the court. Now they're coming down. They're going to get a shot up with 50-something left. And then you just play the time and get a shot up with like 32 left on the clock, 33 left on the clock, something like that. Which then gives you a full 12 seconds to go get a bucket, right? Which is plenty of time. They shoot a shot and you got plenty of time to come down the court. You're not in a rush. But if you shoot it with like 20, 25 on the clock or 27 on the clock, now you're in a rush. Now you only got 3 seconds, right? Granted, they're probably not going to shoot with 24 on the clock exactly, but still you want to give yourself a better chance to get into a flow. You can set a high ball screen, right? You can have a big set of high ball screen. You're coming downhill, and now you got mismatches, and now you're just figuring out the right reads, right? So all these things you could do. Slow the game down. Play possessions. Look at this as well. What are the reads? Let's look at Shea's reads. What coverage are the Heat in right now? What is this? This is what we call a drag, right? What is a drag screen?
I'm not completely sure, but I think it's when the screener brings the person down with them.
So a drag screen is a ball screen in transition. That's what this is, right? It could be a flat. Granted, a flat one wouldn't be a drag, but a middle ball screen in transition, this is essentially a drag, right? But their spacing is a bit different. Now, Hardenstein, is he going to pick or pop? Or excuse me, is he going to pop or roll? Hardenstein, is he going to pop or roll?
Roll.
Roll. All right. What coverage are the Heat in right now? What'd they do?
They dropped.
They didn't drop. What'd they do? Let's look at it again.
They switched.
They switched. All right. So what's your read in the switch? What's your read in the switch? Look for the what?
Look for mismatch.
Bingo. Look at a mismatch. So you could throw the ball down to Hardenstein. Or if you're Shea, you could just start dancing and attack downhill. Get a bucket. He felt confident. He went downhill and attacked and got a bucket. He waited, but still, look how he looked. Look how patient he is. He got Jaime to jump just by looking. He didn't do anything. He just looked. Jaime's super active. If a guy is super active, attack him. I'm not saying Jaime's a bad defender. He's not. But y'all get what I'm getting at. All right, what are y'all seeing? What else are y'all seeing? What are some things you're taking away as you watch this? Anything else coming to mind?
He
Just like
takes advantage.
Go ahead, Malachi.
just to like kind of point out that he knows like exactly when he's gonna shoot the ball. Like he's not just kind of waiting for a gap that like leaves the defenders to kind of not fully be able to react to when he's gonna shoot it.
Explain that.
I just thought that kind of
Explain
like
that.
when he attacks in the gap, like most of like his floaters,
Yeah.
or like maybe those like you kind of just like run and then he like jumps. It like kind of catches him off.
Yeah. His timing.
That kind of yeah, the timing. I think that's one.
A lot of it is balance.
Yeah.
Because think about it this way. Is it legal for me to bump you like this? Is it? If I'm just dribbling, I go like this. Can I bump you like that? It's not a trick question. Can I bump you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. And if I bump you, you're going to move, right? So if you move and give me a little space, I can pull up right then, right?
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. But you need to be strong enough to bump people, right?
Yeah.
Off balance, floaters, all this stuff. This is why I want you all to be able to like jump and finish. That's why the drills that we have within the program, like we address mic and drills where you're finishing like regular, like right foot, left foot, but you're also going right. Like I can dribble in the paint and like shoot a right floater and like think about the timing, right? If I'm running down the court, and I go like this and I shoot off the right, you're waiting for me to go right, left, shot, right? If I just go here and go right and I shoot it, you're like, oh shoot, I had no time to jump and contest. Right? So I'm throwing off your timing and I have the ability to finish in all these ways and I don't even need to think about it anymore. Who's another guy who's like that in the NBA? He's also an MVP. Finishes right, left, all that stuff. I'd actually want to watch his film right after this because I think it's going to be helpful. Who's that guy? Former MVP. No guesses? Jokic. Jokic is the same way. He plays really awkward. It's really, really hard for people to time. They're like, I don't know. Another move I like, Luka does this well. Is that good on Shea? Are we good on Shea? Malik, talk to me.
I just wanted to say my takeaways that I took.
Go ahead.
He knows how to take advantage of his mismatches very well.
Yeah.
He utilizes his bumps and takes advantage of overactive defenders.
Pretty cool. This is the high IQ stuff y'all are telling me right now. This is not like your teammates are not thinking like this. I promise you. What do I want to show you? So I'll actually pull it up in another window. All right. We'll pause this for a second. And I want you to pay attention specifically to like the herky-jerky stuff that Shea does. Like the awkward, like you take one step this way and then you get some guy to go this way and you shift their body and then you cross. I call it a cross step. It's when essentially you're going left and you take a step right, left, like this. The defender is probably going to cross over in terms of their feet. So think about their feet. They're going to cross over in terms of their feet. And when they do that, you go back through the same leg that way. Right? So it's a really awkward thing. So it's essentially you're walking up the court, right? You'd be walking up the court and you go here and then you throw the ball here, and then you throw the ball between your legs. You know that move? See what I'm referring to? Does that make sense? Can y'all see me? Cool. All right. So another player, there's two players in the league. Shea, obviously, he's the MVP. But there's two other players in the league who do that extremely well. One is Luka, and the other one, and you tell me who the other one is. You see that move right there? Oh, shoot, I'm sorry, fellas. This. Literally that move right there. See how much ground you cover? Boom, boom. And then you get the defender to drop his foot. KD has to step back, and then you step back. That's a tough shot still, but he makes it. It's that cross step. Luka did it as well when he hit that last second shot against Minnesota. Remember that on Dallas? On Gobert? It's the same exact move. Look, same thing. You see how he crosses you see how mixed the feet get up? Boom. Come here. Whoop. Because as a defender doing that again and again, it's weird. It's awkward. You're used to a player going in one direction and coming back this way and going back this way. Luka is quick. Hey, hey. And the cool thing about this move is you could stay the same side and step back. You could stay the same side here, or you could go this way and switch their feet up again. He does this on Bam. He sets up the same move. Look. Between the legs, he crosses. You can hezzy on this. You can hezzy that way. He's just dancing. He's just dancing. Who's the other player in the league who plays like this? He's not as tall, but he has great feet, and he plays off of two. Any guesses? He played with Luka. Any guesses in the chat?
LeBron?
Nope. He's an NBA champion.
Kyrie?
Nope.
Ah,
Look, the exact move I was telling you about. Cross. Same exact move I'm telling you about. He just won an NBA championship. Who is it? Malachi. I think he unmuted. Who is it? I can't hear you, brother. Jalen Brunson. Doesn't he do the same exact thing with his feet? You guys can speak up. You don't have to just nod.
yeah, he does. I forgot he played for the Mavs.
Yeah. Same. He does the same exact thing with his feet. I remember this game. They beat the brakes off of them. That's a travel. That's just a tough play. Like, you can't do anything about that. The guys hit tough shots all the time. But you got that. Let's look at. I want to come back to this, actually. Let's look at this now. Let's look at the way he plays. Let's look at the timing. Let's look at how he makes people uncomfortable. Let's look at that. This is a pro move right here. This is a vet move, actually. When somebody is running full speed behind you, slow down. If you slow down, you use their speed against them. Bucket. So Shea gets to the same exact move, but he does a drag back between the legs. Instead of going here, between this way, going that way, he does a drag back under the same leg. Same exact move. Gets to a spin. He's just playing with people's balance again and again and again and again. Play after play, play after play. Just plays with their balance. Come here. Boom, 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 spin. Just playing with their balance. All right? Another thing I want to show you all is, let's look at this. Let's look at, no, I actually want to show you this. What's this guy's name? What is this guy's name? Jokic. No, not passes. Let's see this full screen. I mean, even in this one, he jumps off his right foot. Usually, if you're driving left, what foot are you going to jump off of if you're going to go dunk? Right? If you're driving right, you're going to jump off your left foot. Great feet. Post up. Spin. I want you to think of post play in a very similar way to guard play out on the perimeter. It's really just footwork at the end of the day, right? Just closer to the basket. It's a lot of stops and starts and shifts and pivots and all that stuff. And obviously Jokic is extremely strong. But just look how spin, all that stuff. rip over the top, or spin, no spin. And you got to be patient here too. Because I think in a situation like this, what I want you all to look at is I want you all to pay attention to the spacing on the court, right? I've talked about this before, when the ball goes into the post, what does Jokic have to wait for it to happen before he goes? He has to wait for what? Chat, you can shout it out too, but I want this time, like this. These calls are for you all. Yes, I live stream them, but like these calls for you, Malik and Malachi. These are for you all. These aren't necessarily for everybody else.
Can you repeat the question one last time?
Sure. What does Jokic have to wait for? Ball gets thrown in the post. What does Jokic go right away, or does he wait? He could go right away, in my opinion, but
He waits.
why? Why?
Maybe to see the other options on the floor, or because right now he has a mismatch from what it looks like.
Yeah, so why would he wait if he has a mismatch? What does it need to happen? Malachi, you got something for me? Why does he need to wait? Give me guesses.
So the help defender moves out the way.
Yeah, exactly. Simple. He's waiting for, I think it's Bruce Brown to go over the top so Anthony Simons can leave. Anthony Simons leaves. Now look, everybody's gone. Look how much space he has now. Another thing I want you to think about too, it's not just Anthony Simons. What is preventing in the NBA? What's different about college and what's different about college and high school are different than the NBA defensively? Why? What's one major rule that's different that NBA players have that you don't have?
If they're wide open, they're more than likely going to hit the shot.
Defensively. What's one thing you can't do defensively in the NBA that you can do in high school and college? What will a ref call if Melo doesn't move? Melo's right here.
8 seconds.
3 seconds.
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, 3.
8 seconds is coming up the court. Check on Fala Manu. They're called defensive 3 seconds. So since they're calling defensive 3 seconds, Jokic is waiting for Melo to leave as well. This is, I want to say, Norman Powell. See how Norman Powell is touching his foot outside? He's touching to clear. You see that little touch he did? It's super, super small. Look at the little touch he does. You see that? Y'all see that touch he did? Norman Powell is right here.
Yeah.
All right? So Norman Powell is in a position that in the NBA we call 2-9. Some organizations will call it 2-9. I know when I was with the Heat organization, they called it 2-9. You know why they call it 2-9? Okay. 2.9 is 2.9 seconds. So you're only allowed to be here for 2.9 seconds. If you get there 3 seconds, it's a 3-second violation, right? So you're in your 2-9, you're in your help side, and you have to wait, and you have to clear. So if I'm Jokic and they want to double team, so the double teams can come from different places as well. This is another thing I want you to understand. If you're being double teamed You have to know where it's coming from. Double team can come from the top, right? Can come from the pass, from the entry. It can come from the baseline as well, which means certain people are going to be open. If it comes from the baseline, this pass over the top is potentially open. Potentially, right? If it comes from the top, maybe the pass back up top is open. If this guy cuts, maybe this guy cuts. One guy here has to take him on the cut. Michael Porter Jr. circles around, and now he's open. These are different things that you have to be thinking about if you catch the ball in the post, right? This is the stuff Jokic is potentially thinking about. Hey, where's the double coming from? Some teams will play you differently. Some doubles will come, and also the doubles can come at different times. Some doubles can come on the catch. The hands in double teams, they come 3 times. They come on the pass, or excuse me, they come on the catch, right? They come on the dribble, or they come on the pass. The catch, dribble, pass, right? A double could potentially come, or excuse me, hands though. Hands and doubles are 2 different things. Hands, people like reaching with their hands, can come on the catch, right, or the pass, right? Catch or pass, same thing in this context. Comes on the dribble, or it comes on the shot. You can be fine, and then somebody last minute when you raise up, then their hand goes up to defend. All these things you have to be thinking about. And now you can break down a defense just by catching the ball and just looking at what's happening around you. Be like, okay, I'm going to wait until they close and go through because we have defense at 3 seconds in the NBA, and I'm just going to wait and go one-on-one on this guy and go middle. But I have to wait for Brown to leave and go to the other side because if I don't wait, Anthony Simons is going to be able to dig down and double me. And I just took away an opportunity. I took away a scoring opportunity for my team because I was too antsy and I wanted to go get a bucket, right? So those are the things I want y'all thinking about. Look how he waits. Look how he waits. Look how Melo leaves now. Look how everybody goes down to this side of the court. Remember how I said Giannis is a great defender, right? Giannis is a great defender. Giannis is the only player, I mean, he's one of the only players in a very long time to win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same season. Giannis is a great player. Now, Jokic knows Giannis is more athletic than him, and Giannis is going to try to jump. So Jokic just waits. He does a little fake like that, but dude, you got to figure out how you're going to be the best player. You have to figure out essentially how to be your own favorite player. And I've told you all this before. Figure out how you're going to be your own favorite player. Figure out what's going to set you apart, because I guarantee you, there's videos. I don't know if y'all have seen this. Have you seen that video of Karl Anthony Towns in high school dunking on Jokic? Y'all seen that? Yeah. And people were like, oh, wow, like this 2nd round draft pick. And like, Jokic was a 2nd round draft pick. And Jokic is arguably the greatest foreign center of all time. Arguably. 3-time MVP. He's nice. This is another one, right? We talked about being off balance. That's a right jumper in the paint. That's tough. You can't time that. It's very tough to time. Look at how he waits. Remember how I told you when is the double going to come? What are one of the times when the double's going to come?
Dribble.
On the dribble. And look, it came on the dribble. It came on the dribble. Right? This one's the NBA Finals. Came on the dribble. Made a quick move just over the top on K-Love. Spin. So there are other times where you can make a quick move. Angles are really important as well. And another thing I want you all thinking about, not just the angles, but using leverage against people. When people push you, that means their weight is coming towards you. Sometimes they're off balance, sometimes they're not, right? They're pushing you, they're leaning on you, which means Jokic does this a whole lot. Jokic is so strong that all he has to do is get people leaning one way, and he maneuvers them. He just spins off of he spins off of their physicality. And one. Right? Use people's strengths against them. Another thing that you're going to see basketball-wise, Jokic is very good at. He's great at sealing. But when you seal, you have to seal in the right spot. Sometimes when you seal, I'll see players seal out here. I'll see players seal here. No, I want you to seal as close to the basket as possible. Because why would you work hard when you can work smart? It's hard work to do this, yes, but look how smart Jokic is. He just catches it right next to the basket. He doesn't need to put another hand on it. Granted, this is from him playing water polo growing up, I'm sure. But, dude, all this stuff makes a huge difference. Look, even Porzingis. Look at Porzingis in the 2-9. He does that little dance. Look at the little dance he does. Let me take a step out and clear. By that time, he's too late. He can't help. Also, another thing. Is that D. Reed? No, that's Jeff. Jeff Green, great three-point shooter from the corners. Can Porzingis leave a great three-point shooter in the corner? So this is another reason.
Yes and no.
You said yes and no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could, but
Because he has the size.
yeah, he has the size, but at the same time,
Contest,
he's not
yeah.
going to be able to recover in time. Think about the NBA, the margins for error in the NBA are so small. If you only need this much room to shoot, if I go help, dude, I'm screwing Tim Hardaway Jr. over, and now he has to do so much work. Yeah. And this is why spacing is so important and putting the right players in the right spaces. Because let's say this was, that was Monte Morris. Let's say, would it work if Shaquille O'Neal were in the corner right here? If Shaquille O'Neal were here instead of Jeff Green, could Porzingis
Wait,
go?
what would work?
Huh?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he can't shoot.
Exactly. Right? So you all, being very high basketball IQ players now, what I think you should do is just understand where your teammates need to be on the court in order for you as a team to be successful. I think that's pretty much standard right there. You gotta understand where your teammates need to be in order to be successful. 110%. Right? Especially as you develop your skill set and you become that guy on the team. I know, Malik, you're spending a lot of time with your teammates now, like going to the gym and all that. Get to know their tendencies. What I think you should do, have you started playing against your teammates yet? Are y'all doing runs?
We did like during summer for a little while, but we haven't really been in the gym like court lately.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to develop a scouting report for the players you're going to play against. Start off with your teammates. I guarantee you, if you get under your teammates' skin and understand, like, I want you to pick two things. Follow the scouting report protocol in the program, right? Which is essentially just pick the two things. There's more to it, but pick the two things that you want them to do defensively. Right? I want little Jimmy to go left and shoot contested twos, or I want Tyler to have to make plays. Right? I want to turn him into a playmaker. I want to turn him into somebody who has to make a decision. Right? I want to turn him into somebody who has to put the ball on the ground. I want him to put the ball on the ground, and I want him to have to make a decision. Right? Then you just write that scouting report up. I would do this with my team now. If I were playing now, I'd pick all my teammates and I'd do that. I would decide what it is. I'd say this. You could do it both ways. I would decide two things that I want them to do in order to get a stop. And then if I'm playing with them, I would decide two things I want them to do in order to make them successful on the court. Like I want to get it to Tyler in a situation where he just has to catch around the basket and finish. That's that. So maybe you start thinking about the plays you have to run as a point guard. Okay, what plays can I run in order to get him a bucket? What situations do we need to be in? Right? Is there a play where I can get him in the situation that he needs to be in, and I can also get Jimmy in the situation that he needs to be in as well? Maybe it's that. Right? Maybe I can have Jimmy be the corner guy and here, and I can have run a pick and roll up top with Tyler, and Tyler gets the ball into the basket, and I pass it to him, and he gets the easy layup, right? Maybe just depending on the coverages, we can run something different. I don't know. Maybe we're looking at mismatches, and maybe there's a bunch of different things you could do, right? My mind's all over the place, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So start breaking this down, and my challenge for you all is as you start this season, as you all go to start the season, figure out what you want your teammates to, how you want them to, do that with your teammates, right? Make a whole scouting report on your whole entire team. I think that's the easiest place to start. And then as you go into gyms and play against other people throughout the season, you'll start to think, okay, like you'll start to make these scouting reports on the fly. Because sometimes you won't be able to watch film on the teams you're playing, but you can at least pick, okay, what are 2 things that I want them to do? And I promise you, high schoolers are, it sucks to say this, but not all high schoolers aren't the brightest in terms of having a high basketball IQ. They're not. And you all know that, right? Because these aren't conversations that you're having with your teammates. This is not to knock your coaches. It's just stuff that's not taught. It's stuff that's not taught. All right, so make that scouting report on your team. And then on the flip side, just decide 2 things that you want your teammates to do in order to make them be successful. And then you'll start to think of, okay, what play can we run in order to put these guys in the right situation to succeed, right? And that helps you understand your plays more and your play calls and your scouting report, all this stuff. Like, all that stuff is going to come together, and I promise you're going to be freaking geniuses on the court. And then your moves, you have the right moves on top of that to be able to get you, the right shots and things like that. But I think this is most important, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. Thoughts, takeaways. I know we're still going over Jokic and stuff like that, but what are some thoughts? What are some takeaways? What are some things that you all are seeing?
Are we supposed to shout it out?
Oi?
Are we supposed to shout it out?
Yeah, you can shout. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I think it's. I'm sorry, I didn't see
I was
the
raising my
hands
hand,
raised.
but I don't know if you could see us. So
No,
that's
I'm
why I
sorry.
asked.
I can see you guys in front of me right now, but I had the screen over your hand, so I'm sorry about Malachi. Said our hand was raised too, but Tiago, go first, and then go Malachi.
I was gonna say like kind of what you said, but the leverage, because I realized like say somebody's playing like way too up on you, or like having their whole body on you. If you hit like one spin move, they could go flying right by, because of the balance. Because
Exactly.
you're using way too much force towards you.
Exactly. Makes a world of difference, bro. Makes a world. Like,
Yeah.
tem feito jiu-jitsu?
Quando eu era pequeno, sim.
Okay.
Pouquinho.
So jiu-jitsu is for those jiu-jitsu. You guys know what Brazilian jiu-jitsu is? So it's a fighting style, and more so not even. So judo came from Japan, and then it went over to Brazil, and that's where Brazilian jiu-jitsu comes from. And a lot of it is leverage, like you're using people's leverage against them, specifically with judo, more so judo than jiu-jitsu. But you're using a lot of leverage in terms of people leaning on you this way, they lean on you, you pull them, you swim, and all this stuff. You take their back and different things. So leverage, like Tiago was saying, is super important. Super important. Malachi, go ahead.
Oh, wait, never mind.
You there? I can't hear you. You're muted. I heard you for a second, but now I can't hear you. I don't know what it is. Log out and come back in. I'll go to Malik now. Malik, go ahead. Mr. Lertzman, what up, dude? Good to see you.
One thing I heard you say was figure out how to be your own favorite player and what will set you apart.
Absolutely. Like, it's kind of like I talked to, I forgot who asked this question. Oh, it was, did y'all watch the recording from last week? I think most of y'all were on the call. But there was a question that Connor asked on the call last week, and it was a really good question. He was essentially like, how do I know what hand to use when I finish around the rim? Or like, how do I dunk on somebody? How do I do this? It's like, honestly, just have the bunch of tools. All you need is a bunch of tools, right? If you have the tools and you're around the rim, just finish. Figure out the right hand to finish with. It's just feel at the end of the day. But like Malik, I know you know this from like having broken down the film on the beginning of this call. It's not necessarily about having a bunch of, It's not. I don't want you to be like Shea. I want you to be like you. And we broke down, for those of you who were here before, we broke down Shea's shot chart, and this is from the 24-25 season, so we could see, okay, these are the spots that Shea is trying to get to again and again and again and again. All right, so figure out these spots for you. Figure out what your go-to shots are. I don't want you to have all of Shea's moves. What I want you to do is I want you to have the mindset to be able to, okay, I'm going to get to my spot. I'm going to get to where I need to get to. And you develop the skills and the tools to be able to get you there, right? The dribble moves and things like that. So that's that. That's good. And then, Malik, are you back yet? I can't see you.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
All right. I was just that extra emphasis, I know we talked about it already, on a balance that Jokic uses very well.
It's huge. Pay attention. Pay attention to that. And it
Pairing,
starts by
yeah.
being. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that was it. That was it.
Yeah. It starts by being strong, man. Being strong. Like, think about it this way. If you're super strong, people are naturally going to think that they have to push you really hard in order to play defense on you, right? Right? So if they keep doing that, all you do is spin and they fall. I mean, it makes it a lot easier. And you're playing smart instead of playing hard. That's what I want you all to do across the board. Mr. Lertzman, I didn't see when you hopped on, but no, we went over a bunch of different film and we talked about different reads, and I was breaking down Jokic. We broke down Jokic. We broke down SGA. We started out with SGA because Malik wanted to go over that, and we talked about how he uses different footwork to be able to get guys off balance and make certain reads. We talked about Luka as well and how Luka does what he does. We talked about Brunson too, about how they use this type of like cross step. You go here and then you cross people back over and get their feet shifted and moving around this way and get them dancing. And it's not necessarily to put somebody on the ground. It's just, you just want to get somebody off balance, right? And get somebody off balance enough to be able to take your shot and do what you got to do. Malachi, I saw your message, by the way. You can do what you got to do. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to tell me that either, but you just do what you got to do. Go ahead and do your business. And then, Mr. Lertzman, anything? I know you didn't have a chance to journal and things like that, but what's going on with you? Anything you care to share? I know, Tiago, you hopped on too, so I want to hear what's going on with you. Scotty, go ahead.
So like that showcase, the one from like August 8th?
Correct, yeah. Just so you know as well, we're on stream. So like I'll obviously, like if you want me to stop and we'll talk about that, we can talk about that. But are you cool sharing this?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
So like I didn't play in any of like the tournaments, but there's the showcase, and I got recognized as like one of the top players in it, like the people who separated themselves. I'll send you the article when
Please, yeah.
I have a chance.
That's freaking dope. Congrats, bro. Congrats.
Thanks.
I know this is something that you wanted to work on too, in terms of like
Yeah.
being ready for it, and you crushed it. I knew you'd crush it, bro. Just
Yeah.
keep being consistent, keep putting in the work, and the results are going to pay off. I know they already have. Good stuff. I'm proud of you. Good stuff. Thiago.
So I'm switching AAU teams, and then I had trials like last week. Because you wanted to hear us say something. I feel like I played really well, like
Good.
pickups, like all that stuff. And then I've lifted 6 days in a row already.
Make sure you're resting. It's super important.
No, I am.
Good.
It's because I do on the first day I do back and biceps, and then I do chest and triceps, and then I do legs, and then I just cycle that.
Gotcha.
So then I
Good.
could take break between all.
Good. I know that
I
works.
feel like I'm getting way stronger.
That works.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Keep lifting.
Yeah.
Keep eating. Keep doing hypertrophy. The heavier weight you lift, the bigger you get naturally. Granted,
Yeah.
like you have to do a certain rep count and all that. I'm not asking you to crush yourself and kill yourself doing that.
Yeah.
But look more into hypertrophy and strength training like that, and you'll start to grow. You'll start to see it just naturally. Like it doesn't.
I already
necessarily-
see some.
Good.
I already see some.
Good, and it doesn't.
Like I feel like I'm growing a 6-pack.
Good. I love it. As long as it's translating on the court. Like I know, like looking good feels
It
good
is.
as well. But nah, bro, that's good. I'm happy. I love that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I love it. I know, Scotty and Tiago, you all just pulled up. Malachi, I know we broke down SGA. Was there anything that you wanted to go over? Because I know You had your hand raised, but we went straight into SGA.
Nothing specifically. I was thinking about. I was talking with my dad about Spurs defense, specifically on closeouts, not just cutting off the shot, but cutting off the lane as well.
Just the
I feel that
Spurs?
I don't. I, that's just a team that came up when we were talking about it, but that not just cutting off the shot, but also cutting off the lanes.
Okay, so
Kind of.
what I would actually look at is OKC's defense.
Okay.
I think like OKC. Did you know OKC? Let's see, NBA All Defense teams.
Oh wait, I gotta head out soon.
Do you think
So
all
I'll
good?
try to
Case and
try to stay
Wallace.
for as much as I can.
OKC. Yeah, Chet Holmgren and Case and Wallace were both on all defensive team. Kaysen was second team, and then Chet was first team. Obviously, you have great defenders on. I mean, you also got whatchamacallit, freaking what's that guy's name who just went to the Hawks from OKC? Dort. Dort's a great defender too. So like you have great, and you got Caruso. Like that's why I wanted to talk about them rather than anybody else. Hands are so important. Having the activity hands-wise is super important. Let me make this full screen. But now they play defense. A lot of it has to do with anticipation. Like look at Caruso right now, right? All I want you to do is watch Caruso's closeout. Did Caruso run at the shot? What did Caruso do? Y'all can just shout it out.
It glitched, I think.
Can y'all see
Can you
this?
replay real quick? Yeah, it's really choppy.
Really, really choppy?
But down, I could see it on that one.
Good. What did Caruso do?
He stunted, but then he went back.
He made a read, right? This is why I want you all writing the scouting reports. Because yes, Desmond Bain makes those type of shots in terms of like just catch and shoots at the top of the key. Let's see. Catch and shoots at the top of the key. But if you know where somebody's going, you don't have to defend really, really hard. All right? Based off of this catch right here, can you
It doesn't
kinda
look
tell-
like he's gonna shoot.
It doesn't look like he's going to shoot, does he?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it looks like he's going to drive.
You can see him rip.
Yeah, you could see him rip. So if you're Caruso, you make that read and you just slow the game down. You're like, okay, I'm not going to run him off the line. All I'm going to do is meet him where he's going. Right? Think about a play like this. And then if you're Williams, you know Case and Wallace has your back here, so you can just run through the lane. And he's a good defender too. J-Dub's a very good defender. And another thing, in terms of physicality, remember how I was talking about Jokic and like people want to be physical with him, right? The same thing. If you're playing defense on a guy in the post and that guy offensively likes contact, pull the chair on him. Hit him and then walk away. That's what J-Dub does. Bumps and then steps away. See how he steps away and loses his balance? All right, so those are things for you all to think about. It's a great pass too, and the finish. They beat the brakes off of them. Just be solid in your defensive principles. Have hands, all that stuff. They were on their tail.
Is that this season?
No, this is 2024. This is when they won the championship.
Oh, okay.
But still, look how aggressive they are defensively. Look at the feet. I've talked about this before. This is the exact footwork that I broke down before in terms of getting over screens. Do y'all remember me breaking down the footwork in terms of getting over screens? This is the exact footwork. You go outside foot, then inside foot. You push off of the outside foot in order to get to, look, push off outside foot, boom, now you're over there. You can't step with the right foot first. Cannot step right foot first or you get hit. Outside foot, then push with that and go around the screen. Get up on that rim. Hey, on your head. They beat the brakes off of them. That was bad. It's a bad score line. All right, let's see this again. Another thing, if it's a shaky ball handler out up top, you can pluck it from behind. There's sometimes, I know Chris Paul would do this. If y'all are, I know most of y'all on the call are guards. If you ever find yourself in this position, tap the front of their body, like fake like you're trying to reach this way, and naturally, what the defender is going to do, he's going to bring the ball back here. Right? Or excuse me, the offensive player, he's going to bring the ball back here. So if you're tapping to try to reach in the front and you try to fake it, as an offensive player, I might try to bring the ball back here to protect it. And when I compensate, you reach behind with the other hand and tap it away. I'm not saying that's what Shea did. But look. Boom. Tap. And try this stuff out defensively. Like, try it out. Like, I'm not telling you to go for steals and do all this silly stuff. What I am telling you to do is just try stuff out. Sometimes you can reach with the same arm. Same footwork. See the footwork that I'm talking about? Look at the J-Dub's footwork. Outside foot. Step and push. Right? This is the defense that I would break down, Malachi. I would look at this video defensively and just really go in depth and understand, like, okay, outside, inside. And J-Dub has very long arms, so that's what he's trying to do. He has long arms and he's trying to get a bucket. Or excuse me, he can get those steals, right? And then remember what I was talking about before in terms of who do you want to make a play, right? Do you want Marvin? Is that Marvin Bagley? I want Marvin Bagley to make a play. I'd rather Marvin Bagley make a play. Let's Marvin, you go ahead and make a play, and you figure this out. He makes a play, turns the ball over. But if it's Jokic in the post, I don't want Jokic to make a play. And now Shea's downhill and getting to his spots. Those layups, he's shooting 63% from inside the paint around that mark. And this is so important too. The footwork and a drop coverage. I've broken this down before. The Hartenstein has great feet here. As a big, you need to have your right side high if the guard is coming off left. The reason you want to have your right foot high is because you want to be able to see the roll going this way, and you also want to be able to stab, right? But if you're here and you're stabbing with the left, that big could potentially get behind you, and now you're caught in two worlds, right? And it's really tough to get around that. Anyways, that is that. Malachi, I'm going to send you this. I'm just going to copy this. Malachi, just go ahead and copy this, and I'll drop it in.
He left.
Oh, he left. He did leave. Let's do this instead. I will send it in the... I can't do it because I'm on stream right now, but I'll hold this and I'll send it in the community to Malachi later. Fellas, what else are we feeling like we need to break down and go over?
Can we do like pickups, like off the dribble pickup shots?
Off the dribble pickups.
'Cause that's something I've been working on a lot lately.
What do you want to see with that, though? That's more of a drill.
Yeah, true.
You
I
know?
just want to see like in-game footage of like it translating.
Okay. Let's do this. I think stuff like this mostly, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. I've been doing that too. I've been practicing it.
Just get the ball in your hands fast. Main thing with shooting is you have to have a broken wrist, right? We talked about this before. Your wrist has to be broken, right? A lot of people will pick up the ball and be ready to shoot, and they'll have a wrist like this. Let me just grab the ball. A lot of people will like get ready to shoot, and they'll do this. No, break your wrist. We talked about roll-ups before in those drills. I want your wrist broken, and I want your arm kind of close to your body like this, so you can get underneath the ball. That's why Dame is able to shoot from so far. Yeah, Dame is strong. He is strong. But Dame's able to shoot from so far. Same thing with Steph. Not because they're super, super, super strong, but they're under the ball, and they have a leverage. Right? So you look here. Look how Dame is. You see how Dame is coming underneath it like this? Right? You all see that in terms of the pickup? Right?
Yeah.
So he's able to do that. He comes underneath the ball, and he can shoot it from deep. And you want to get the ball back in your hands as quickly as possible. That's the main thing with pickups. You just want the ball back in your hand so you can have a broken wrist.
And like you gotta dribble hard too before,
You
right?
have to dribble very hard. Also, you could dribble hard, and that could be a dribble move altogether. Right? That's a setup right there.
Yeah.
If I'm coming down the court and I dribble hard and maybe bring my other hand towards it, you're like, oh, shoot, maybe you rise up too. And when you rise up, I go low, and then you got to go low again, and I snatch back. It's a bunch of different things you can do. And this is why reads are so important. Right? The high-low drills that I give you all. Boom, boom. That was just a tough shot. He has a great pickup. I remember watching this game. Dame was going crazy this year.
They lost that game, I think.
I think they did, but he was going crazy.
I think he scored like 70 points, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was like 71. It was something wild.
Yeah.
Scotty, do you remember that? Were you there?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But it was like, yeah.
What was the
It was just limited because of COVID. Like, there wasn't the full stadium.
Yeah.
But, like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like you'd think, like, it's not going in, then it just goes in.
Yeah.
He's throwing up, he's, like, chucking it up, and then it just goes in.
Yeah. He was hitting some crazy shots, bro. He was hitting some crazy shots. Well, sweet. That's pretty much it for pickups. Like, just get the ball back in your hand quickly. That's that. To do that on Drew Holiday is disrespectful. Drew Holiday is one of the best defenders in our generation, in my opinion. Seeing him play, I would watch a mixtape of him playing defense. I've watched it before. He's great, man. His footwork, his timing. That's another thing, just in terms of, I'm not going to play it now because Malachi's not on the call, but there's a film of Drew Holiday just playing defense. And, like, his footwork, his closeouts, how he makes the reads. He's not, like, super antsy and super excited about running really hard. It's like Caruso on that closeout, like going short. I actually play it because I think it's going to help all y'all's basketball IQ. Drew Holiday. This one right here. His hands are great. That's another thing. I know I'm not sharing it right now. Let me share it with you all. Give me just a second. There we go. It looks like he's being cocky, but he's not. He reads the scouting report. And if you know players' tendencies, think about it this way. Would you all say, maybe not now, but would you all say that from knowing me over our time together, would it be fair to say that sometimes I know you better than you know yourself, basketball-wise? Right? I know what you're thinking. I just see it. I'm like, oh, I know what you're thinking. That's basketball IQ, right? I see the time, the score, the reads, how you're moving. I'm like, oh, you didn't journal today, or oh, you didn't process this, and oh, you need to get under the. I know you all better than you know yourself at times. Now, you all can do that with NBA players as well. So if you're Drew Holiday, you could just watch film on Kevin Love, and maybe Kevin Love isn't aware of the fact that, he always brings the ball up from right here, right? And he makes a certain read on a certain play. If you study the play again and again and again and again, you can understand, okay, this guy does this in this action. I'm going to make him uncomfortable and do this thing because he hasn't practiced it before. So pop out, high hands, He knows that Kevin Love still shoots with high hands, so he swipes down. Throws a little nutmeg. Look at this one right here. We talked about this before. Pressure somebody who doesn't want to be pressured. This is a play. Do you all know what's trying to happen in this play, what they're trying to get to? It's kind of obvious based off of the... All right, the ball handler. What is the ball handler trying to do the whole entire time? Does he look?
Go by.
Do you think the ball handler's trying to blow by him?
No, he's trying to get it to the post.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the post. Does he look?
Oh, yeah.
Tiago, watch this again. Is he aggressive to try to get a bucket himself at all?
No.
No.
And then I saw the guy that was opening up, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So, Drew Holiday pushes him down that side of the court, and I want you all to think about this defensively as well. How many defenders are around Drew Holiday right now?
0. Actually, 1.
All right, that was a trick question. How many defenders are around Drew Holiday right now?
Found
None.
Drew Holiday.
Anybody else?
4.
Who are the 4, Scotty?
What?
Who are the 4?
The half court, the sideline, and
You can say this guy.
the other guy.
They're 4 defenders. Does that make sense to you all? Right? He can't go this way, so that's a defender. He can't go back this way, so that's a defender. Just push him here and push him towards the other defenders. Now you're playing 4-on-1. Right? So, in a situation like that, he pushes him here. He knows eventually the guy's going to try to cross back towards him because this defender on the sideline can't move, and then this defender on the backcourt can't move. This guy could potentially move, but he's not. So, he sets it up where guy dribbles right. He knows he's going to cross back over, and then he blitzes him. And then he goes for the steal. Right? Work smart instead of working hard. Then he slows down and almost gets an and one. Another one right here. It's kind of like a Caruso closeout. Joe Ingles. What hand is Joe Ingles? I don't know if y'all remember Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles.
Left.
He's a lefty. So, look at his feet on the closeout. He's not expecting Joel to dribble, right? Makes contact, makes him uncomfortable, and that's it. I think about this one in particular. Drew is very, very strong, right? Drew, on this second move, where does he go? Does he go at the guy or to where the guy is going? Does he go where Jamal is going or where Jamal is on this move right here? Did y'all see that?
Where he's going.
Yeah, he's going where he's going, right? There's no need to run at the guy. If you run at the guy, he'll run by you. Just go to where he's going. Yeah. It's like shot blocking as well, right? So if you jump super, super, super high, you are trying to dunk on somebody, eventually, regardless of how high you jump, you're going to have to come down, right? And the ball is going to have to go where if you want to score?
Up.
Super simple. Where's the ball going to have to go if you have to, if you have to score?
Repeat.
If
Repeat.
the ball, if I'm jumping up to dunk, regardless of how tall you are, can you all touch the rim?
Yeah.
Right? All right. You guys, some of you guys
Yeah.
can touch the rim, right? So, granted, I'm not saying you should challenge me in the air when I jump because it may not make sense to be able to do that. I would take a charge if I were playing against me if I were you. That being said, if I jump up in the air to dunk, eventually where is the ball going to have to go, regardless of how much higher I jumped than you?
In the hoop, to the hoop.
In the hoop? Yeah. The ball's going to have to go in the hoop.
Yeah.
Right? So the ball has to go in the hoop. Why wouldn't you just time it and meet me at the hoop?
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I could do a double between the legs windmill. Eventually the ball's going to have to go where?
In the hoop.
Yeah, I could do a 360 backflip and eventually the ball's going to have to go where? In the hoop. Right? So just time it and meet me at the hoop. Meet me at the rim.
Yeah.
Right? So when you break it down like that, it starts to just make sense. And you're like, all right, I don't need to stress over all this stuff. I'm just going to meet the guy at the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with driving. It's like, okay, I'm strong, and this helps to be strong. You look at Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's not an amazing shooter. He can shoot the ball well. I think he shoots over league percentage. League average is 36, between 36% and 36.6% this past season, right? So I'm sure Zach LaVine shoots around that ballpark and maybe even more. Okay, if I'm Drew Holiday, I'm knowing Zach LaVine's tendencies. He's right-handed. He's a freak athlete. He probably wants to do what?
Drive.
Yeah, drive and get up on the rim. When you drive, you put your head down right sometimes, right? If you want to fully commit.
Yeah.
See how Drew steps back when Zach goes there? What is Zach trying to get? What is he trying to make right now with Drew?
Like he wants Drew Holiday to open up.
He wants him to open up, but what is required for Drew to open up? He needs to make what with Drew?
Say it again?
He needs to make what with Drew in order for Drew to open up? Is Drew going to open up if he doesn't touch him?
Makes contact.
There you go. He needs to make contact with Drew. Drew knows that, and he just steps back and reaches in. When you want to make contact, you just step away.
He kind of pulled a chair there.
Exactly, he did. Because Zach is trying to get the contact, and he expects people to bump him. He's like, nope, I'll just step back and reach. Let me get the ball. And we're out. Same thing here. This is called an ice. An ice, and you all have seen this before, you keep them on the same side of the court. Okay? So it's the fifth pick and roll coverage we'll see. You got, what are the 5 coverages?
Hedge.
Hedge is
Drop.
also called what?
Is it a one word?
Yeah. Hedge is also called what? It's called something else.
Show.
Yep. Hedge is a show. What else? What's the next coverage?
Drop.
Yep. What else?
Blitz.
Yep.
X.
X is
No.
not a coverage. X is a rotation on defense. Go ahead. Isaac. Isaac, you can call it out. I didn't see you were on, brother. Welcome, by the way.
Do you count like some hard hedges or no?
No, hedge. I
Like
count
hard
hedge.
hedge.
There's 2 different types of hedge. You have a soft hedge, hard hedge. But
Okay, so just all's one.
all forms of hedge, yeah. Because you're making the same reads, essentially. What's the 4th one? So we got drop, we got hedge or show, we got blitz. James Harden and the Rockets, they would do this all the time. When you have like sizes on the court, you usually do what? If I can guard your man, you can guard my man. We're going to do what?
Switch.
Bingo. Switch. 4. And then the 5th one is ice. Okay? Ice, what that is we're going to keep you on the same side of the court because when you get middle, the defense collapses naturally, right? If you go middle, the help is going to have to come here. The eyes are going to have to come here, which opens up sprays to the corner, which opens up opportunities for shooters, okay? By keeping it on the sideline, you prevent people from getting middle, which allows you to, shut down the play before it even starts, okay? That's why we're going to ice. So they do that. They're like, I'm not even going to let, what's his name? Porter go middle, so I'll keep him on the sideline. Pascal Siakam, another guy. Let's look at advantages right now, okay? Who has a horizontal? What are Pascal's advantages on Drew?
Vertical.
Vertical, yeah. Okay. What are Drew's advantages against Pascal?
Horizontal. And possibly strength.
Possibly strength. Yeah, correct. Possibly strength. Drew is super, super strong. So that being said, you got to figure out, okay, what are we doing? Right? I'll hit at the correct times, and I won't hit when I don't need to hit. Right? It's like this song, this game of cat and mouse. Okay, you're gonna hit me. I'll back away. I'll pull it. Look, he was looking for contact. Number 25 was driving, looking for contact. Drew just backs up and rips the ball from him. Right? Porzingis, what's he gonna try to do? You already know this.
Back down.
Bingo. Which requires him to make what?
Contact.
Which Drew is going to do what? I haven't even watched. I
Pull the
watched this
chair.
maybe before, but I just know this
Pull
by
the
watching.
chair.
Yep. Look. See how he presses up on him to bait him? Y'all see how he
and
jumped
then he
in?
pulls back.
You see how he jumped in to bait him? Look,
Mm-hmm.
let me bait him. All right, let's make contact. Boom. And reaches in.
Oh, hell no.
He just fell. Boom. A big guy, a guy like LeBron loves contact. LeBron is going to try to bang with you, right? He pulled the chair again. So in a situation like this, okay, I do want you to make contact, but I don't want you to hold the contact forever. And you just kind of bait. You got to be smart, right? You got to be smart. You got to figure out, okay, how much contact am I going to give? Is this a player? I'm going to look at the scouting report. I'm going to know what this player likes to do. Is he a player I want to give contact to? How do I want to play him in the post? Which direction do I want to push him in, right? Maybe, let's say this, maybe, and you can look at percentages as well, the same way we looked at Shea's shot chart, right? For those of you, and Isaac, I don't think you were on the call before, so I want to show you this. We talked about Shea's shot chart before in terms of like what he likes shooting, what he doesn't like shooting. And then we watched film and understood, okay, these are the spots that he likes getting to. Let's look at Drew Holiday again. We'll go back here. Let's say with LeBron, okay, if he has the ball on this side, if he goes middle, what hand is he dribbling with? Right? What hand is he dribbling with if he goes middle? If he catches the ball there?
If he goes middle,
Yeah, where he is right now. If he drives middle, what hand is he dribbling the ball with?
left.
Yeah, left. Okay. Let's say I want LeBron going middle if he catches it there. This is like more advanced stuff and higher levels of basketball. But let's say if LeBron catches it on that block, I want him going middle. Even though I said you shouldn't want him to go middle. But let's say in this case you want him to go middle because he's going to his left hand. On this block, let's say I don't want LeBron going middle. Let's say I want him going baseline. Right? Because if he goes baseline, he's dribbling with his left. All these things you could check out based off of tendencies and things like that. And this is some stuff I want you all to think about as well. Makes contact with him, and then boom, let me pull the chair when it's time to. And then also, think about time and score. If you're Drew, do you think LeBron is going to pass the ball within 6 seconds right now? Potentially, he could.
No.
But probably not. He's probably not going to pass the ball. So boom, contact, back away. Now LeBron's out of control because he was trying to go downhill and go get a bucket, and he thought he was going to face contact with Drew. Also, think about the long-term, the whole entire game as well, okay? Think about the whole entire game. Let's say the game starts and I'm making contact with you from the beginning of the game. In the fourth quarter, are you also going to expect me to make contact with you?
Yes.
Yeah. So what if in the fourth quarter I don't make contact with you? Or I make contact and I pull it away? You're gonna be like, huh? Like, what? It's gonna be weird. Like, who here as a point guard has ever been played? The defense is playing man against you. Okay, they're playing man against you, and then all of a sudden you come out of a timeout. Who here? Let's say this scenario: your coach calls up. There's a timeout. Your coach calls a play, and then as soon as the timeout starts, or excuse me, as soon as the timeout ends and the play begins, the team is in zone instead of man. Who here has had that happen before? Okay, so if you had that happen before, how did it feel? Did it maybe feel weird and you're like, oh, we can't necessarily run the play that we did before? Did y'all have those thoughts? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So that's the same exact thing. You can bait people throughout the whole entire process of the game and get them thinking, okay, like, he was just making contact with me. Why is he not making contact anymore? Right? So those are some things that I want you all thinking about because I think it's beneficial to think about these things. All right? Let's look at it. We're coming up on time, fellas. It's about to be. We'll watch some of this again. Who was that? Is that Tristan Thompson? Yeah, Tristan Thompson in the post. I'm not worried about him trying to go get a bucket. I don't know why they were calling that play for him. But yeah, trying to get the mismatch. You crowd him. Another thing you could do when a big picks up the ball, crowd his space. You're not fouling him. You're just walking in towards him. Crowd his space. Because he picks up the ball to be able to look over the top. He's opening up his chest. And now you all can step into his space. It's like if we're fighting, right? Me, if I'm fighting against you all, right? Let's say I'm fighting. Let's say you and I are fighting. We're boxing. What are my strengths?
Everything.
vertical
No.
and strength.
Height.
Everything. Not height, length, right?
Oh no, not like not height. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. So if I'm fighting you, right? If I'm fighting you, do I want to keep my advantage? Is if I keep you far away, right? I keep you far away from me. I use my feet, I
Yeah,
move
because
around you, and I keep you far away from me. Because your arms
hard
can't.
for us to reach.
Exactly. I have reach, so I can keep you at distance, right? If I now open up and when you're boxing, right, you want to stand kind of like at a sideways stance. You're not facing somebody like this because they could step into your body. So I'm protecting myself. I have the jab here, and I can step over the top with the right. Okay. So if I'm doing that, if I open up all of a sudden, I'm giving you my body, and you can step in and hit me here, right? Same thing with posting up. If I'm posting up, look at it the same way, like this. Posting up, same thing. If I'm posting up and I give you my shoulder, you can't reach the ball, right? But if I open up this way, you can now step into my body and attack me and make me feel uncomfortable. And now I'm stepping away from you, and that eats up time as well. It eats up time. What is another thing in the NBA that you'll see if you hold the ball for way too long and a defender is on you?
5-second violation.
Bingo. So
That's a thing in everything, I think.
yeah, pretty much. So
Yeah.
what I want you all to do, think about how many things we thought of today. Think about how many like different rules that we're thinking about, 5-second violation and 3-second violation and this and that. All these different coverages, all these different things that you need to be thinking about based off of the rules of the game, right? Another thing that we haven't gone into is there are certain dead spots on the court in the NBA, okay? This ref and this ref are right here. You have another ref right here. I don't know, it's kind of tough offensively. But refs need to be in certain angles. But there are certain not dead spots, because the refs kind of kill that by being in the right position. But I want you to think about it this way. Is the ref going to see, this is a complete hypothetical, is the ref going to see if Tristan Thompson right here grabs, what's this guy's name, Jackson Hayes? If Tristan Thompson grabs Jackson Hayes', you see Jackson Hayes' right hand right here, right? Y'all see his right hand?
Yeah.
Okay. If Tristan Thompson with his right hand grabs Jackson Hayes' right hand and pulls him towards him, is the ref going to see that? Are any of these refs going to see that?
Yes.
Who?
Number 20.
Really? He's gonna see that if Tristan Thompson steps this way and pulls Jackson Hayes' hand. Number 20 is going to be able to see through Tristan Thompson as he does that.
Oh, I didn't know you said step. But
Yeah.
if there was no step and he just reached out and
If it just reached out, that's different. But I'm talking about from a standpoint
Yeah.
of Tristan Thompson. If I pull Jackson Hayes this way and I step this way, I'm now open around this side of the rim, and I can just catch the ball and lay it up. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of things you can do in order to get open, right? That the refs aren't going to see because there's dead spots on the court, just naturally. And then also, if you're number 20, are you looking at this or are you looking at the ball? Are you looking at the play that's happening there?
The ball.
Chances are, right? So think about
Yeah.
that. This guy right here, he's not looking at all this going on. He's not looking at this interaction. He's looking at this interaction right here because they need to be able to call this foul if it is a foul. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know some kid that like when he boxed out, every time he boxed out, he like grabbed their shirt or like grabbed their whole body.
They're not gonna see
and
it.
he said they never caught anything.
No, if they're not going to see it, why would you stop doing it?
Yeah.
Players do stuff all the time in the NBA. They don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things that are fouls, but they don't see it. And I've been on the short end of the stick where like a player has done something to me, and I've cried and moaned, and I'd be like, he's fouling me, he's doing this, he's doing this. They're not going to call it.
You can really do the same thing.
Yeah. Y'all can do the same exact thing, so do it and get away with it. That's my advice to you. Do it and get away with it. Yeah. Well, sweet. All righty, fellas, takeaways from today. Talk to me. Takeaways from today. Scotty.
Just like small things, like the rules and stuff.
Yeah. But small things are big things. Because, like, think about if you use these rules to get somebody in foul trouble. And then you don't have to worry about them the rest of the game. Think about if you pick up 2 quick fouls on somebody. Right? Think about this. Think about if you bait somebody into offensive fouls. The same thing Drew Holiday is doing. What if you took a couple bumps and then you fell after the third bump? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You pick up a foul on somebody, and then like now they're playing the rest of the game differently. Because you all have come back into a game before off of 3 fouls in the second quarter and played differently, right? At least mentally, you're thinking like, okay, I don't want to pick up it. Yeah. So think about doing the same thing to other people. It's gonna mess with them completely. Good stuff. Bless you, Malik. But go ahead, Malik.
I said utilize your like bumps and attack overactive players, and also attack with wisdom, like you said earlier.
That's a huge one. I think it's going to really benefit your game. I think for all of you across the board, like, I don't know if everybody here was on the call when I said this to Malik. I'd love everybody to make a scouting report of your teammates. Just literally go through your whole. I would do this if I were you all. I'd make a whole entire list of like all the teammates I'm playing against, and I'd say, okay, these are the 2 things that I want them to do. Right? I want them to do this, and I want them to do that. Pick 2 things you want your teammates to do, and then on the flip side, pick 2 things you want your teammates to do in order to be successful if you are on offense with them. Like 2 situations you want to put your teammates in. It's like, okay, I want to put LeBron in a situation where he has the ball in the open court and he's dribbling with his right hand. I want to put LeBron in those situations, and I'm going to find him and look for him in those situations. That way, if you see LeBron shooting up the court, you just throw him the ball and you don't think about it anymore. Because they're like, okay, he's in the situation. Boom, go. LeBron, do your thing. Right? But good stuff. I like that. That was a really good. I really like that insight from you today, Malik. I think it's really great. Really great. Tiago and then Isaac.
I was just gonna say bait. Like there's many ways you can bait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Offense and defense.
Bait, yeah, bait, and just like have an IQ about it. Like what Malik was saying, I think is the most powerful thing. Like wisdom, doing it with wisdom. You don't necessarily need to bait everybody, but just understand tendencies, man. You can bait better when you understand tendencies. Because I guarantee you, Drew Holiday studies scouting reports and understands what guys are doing. There's some sort of film study behind his genius, 100%. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Isaac, finish it off for today, brother.
Alright, my takeaway was like his defensive footwork as a guard to get over a ball screen, and as a big to like hedge a ball screen.
That's huge.
With the outside foot for both.
Huge. But it's not the hedge, it's a drop for the big.
Drop.
Yeah, you have to be able to see the angle. So like the screen's coming this way, I have to be able to stab. No, the screen's coming this way, I'm sorry. It's coming this way. I have to be able to, with this top foot, stab at it and take steps back, see my roller right here, and then also be able to stab. If I'm like this and I stab with my right, my roller gets behind me, and now if they throw that lob, I'm late. Or I can't react enough, right? And I have to fully commit on the guard and I have to switch out. It's a mess up there. You see a lot of people don't teach that correctly in terms of drop coverages. But sweet, good stuff, fellas. Anything else before we part ways for the rest of this week? I know I'll see you guys on. I will see you guys on Monday. We don't have a parent call this week, so I won't see your parents this week. But yeah, that's that. Fellas, I also want to share with you all this week. Are y'all subscribed to my YouTube channel? Right? Y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel? Okay, cool. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, the reason I want you to subscribe is going forward every single week, I'm going to put out a set schedule for what it is that we're going to be talking about. Right? I'll do film breakdowns on Tuesday. So I have a film breakdown that I'm doing on Tuesday. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm doing a film breakdown, and I'm breaking down Russell Westbrook's film. And then I'm doing specifically about how Russell Westbrook, he was a late bloomer, and he was still able to, make things work. And he was still able to make things work and do some great things for his career. So there's that. And the other one is on Thursday. I'm doing a film breakdown of Cade Cunningham and how he manipulates drop coverages. So if you want to watch that specifically, tune in on Thursday. All right? Cool. So be active in the community. Share wins if you have wins. And No, crush this week. I really want to see what you all think after creating the scouting reports on your team. Write down all your teammates' names and just go ahead and make a scouting report and then pick those two things. And then offensively, I promise you it's going to give you the ability, like, Tiago, what you're saying in terms of being able to bait. Yes, it's huge, but you have to bait with wisdom. Like, you have to understand, okay, I'm baiting you because of these things. Because I know you can only bait somebody when you know their tendencies.
Yeah, when they're gonna fall for it.
Yep, you can only bait somebody when you know their tendencies. All right. Sweet. It's like fishing, right? You wouldn't use the wrong bait to catch a certain type of fish, when it requires a certain type of bait. So understand what bait your teammates need. Anyways, fellas, that's it for this week. Anything else for me before we end the call?
Nah.
No. Appreciate y'all, boys. Be good. All right. Take care. My pleasure.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
I thank you.
Yep. Yes, sir. Alrighty. I love these calls every single week, sitting down with the fellas. We have ladies in the program as well, or have had ladies in the program right now. Right now, there's no female hoopers in the program, but we have worked with ladies. And no, I'm just wrapping up things on my end. Today's a long day. It's been a long week. Been a long week. Last week was super long. But anyways, that is the live stream for today. I see we have some active people. Thanks for everybody who was in the chat. Jersham 11, if you're still on, man, I appreciate you, or her, him or her. Appreciate you. And we will be on, as I mentioned to the players. I'll be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and I'll be doing a stream where I break down Russell Westbrook's game and why specifically he was a late bloomer. And then I'll also be breaking down Cade Cunningham's film on Thursday at 6 p.m. and why he is able to, how he manipulates drop coverages, because there's 5 different pick and roll coverages that you'll see. We'll talk about all this stuff. Basketball IQ is so important in my opinion. And I think more players need to grow in their basketball IQ. And there's not one place where players are really learning what to do, why to do it, how to do it, as there is here inside the Varsity Performance System at Coach Kama. So I will see you on the next one. Appreciate y'all. Have a blessed evening and be good. Peace.